I'm live. Hi, everybody. Ronnie Figueroa here. Um, I'm live, and the reason why I'm doing it this way, I just felt, that it's very important for all of us to learn how to trust something within us and not prepare so much or not worry about what other people are going to say, not so much worrying about what we look all the time. Now, is it important to go along with certain social norms and help that way? Yeah, because certain people might need that. Others might need to see, like, hey, this guy is, I don't know if I trust this because he's this and that. But for each and every one of us individually, that I believe will cause more of a universal connection between us, we need to learn to break down barriers and be more of our authentic self, even in the way we look, even in the way that we're presenting ourselves to other people. I think this can be a good practice in order to help us heal that much quicker and that much more readily and see what we truly are, not this outside body necessarily, but something that's deeper is what we truly are. Now, is this a part of it? Yes. And this is a part of my belief system. It's not like, oh, I am spirit and I am this and I am. No, we're both of them. There's no proof. People can have theories, and that's fine, but there's no real proof of that. So one of the key things that I'm saying right now is that being real and aware of yourself being real in any given moment is what's important. And I put those two key words out there that are really important: the word aware and the word being present. They go hand in hand, and also having a positive intention. That's my theme song: awareness, presence, and positive, loving intention. And if we could live just that, that would bring us to this place of oneness, or being with God, or being self-actualized. I'm going to turn this light off to see if that helps, or move it because it's right in my face. I don't know if that's any better. But anyway, yeah, I'm wanting to promote as much as possible. Yeah, that's better without the glasses. Um, Reality, in the sense that hopefully by seeing me do this, you can resonate a little bit more so with that voice that you have within you that goes beyond the thinking process so much. But it's an area within ourselves that we need to learn to trust and then speak from this place. And what's really important for us, for the teachers especially, and for the gurus, and for the ones who are sitting there and, oh yes, I have no issues, I have no problems, that's all bullshit. We all have issues, and it's important for us to demonstrate what we truly are with bringing up more vividly in the real world, not only how wonderful we are, but how many problems we have, not all of them, but some of the problems that we have, some of the things that we go through, what I would call being more balanced with our good, our bad, and our ugly. And once you do that, once you bring all this stuff up, and again, I'm not talking about beating somebody over the head with your good, your bad, or your ugly. I'm talking about being more real with yourself first and foremost, and taking those steps of being more and more real with other people. Some people feel that, oh no, I have to wait till I'm just there and then I'll be able to open up more. You can't do that. It's a process by where you take those steps and trusting something different than you have in the past. That thing that we've had been conditioned by or traumatized from the past is still stuck in all of us to some degree. I don't care who the person is. And if you get the idea that anybody is that way, if anybody is presenting themselves that they don't have any real issues and whatever, they're lying to you. And it becomes very deceptive, especially in what's the new movement these days. It's not even that new, but it's called New Age. I think it started to flourish back in the 60s, and I'm 65 now, so I remember I was back there. I got my TM mantra. I remember with the Maharishi when he came in and how it affected, everybody. Martin Luther King, the Mother Teresa's, Mahatma Gandhi, all these things I experienced. And it was really cool. It was really cool. And, I wanted to be like, peace, love, and freedom. In those days, it was a little bit too much peace, love, and freedoms, and drugs, and sex, and rock and roll, and all that. So it got a little bit skewed. And that's the thing, too, again, we have to come back to where no matter what is being presented to us, we have to tap into that thing that's our own individualized reality. I was just watching a show with Deepak Chopra and Oprah, and then I watched something else with Oprah, and I think it was Gary Zukav. And there's some wonderful things there. But no matter how much it inspires you, you have to tap into the thing that's within you and build up on top of that. Not rely too much on the books or on the shows or on this teacher, that teacher, that teacher. But these shows, these all of them are pushing you to get more involved with this book or with that book. It gets so confusing. We need to have less of the shows, of the seminars, of the books, of the workshops that are going to change your lives. Because especially you guys who've been involved with this for some time, if you're really honest with yourselves, yeah, you can say, yeah, I had a real transformative experience. But then as time goes on, you see this cap that occurred. And it's like, well, there's something that just isn't breaking through the way that it should. And I've experienced that throughout the years. And the way it really broke through for me, and this is my dogma, my religion, because, every philosophy out there is basically a religion, whether it's Buddhism, Hinduism, Muslim beliefs, Christian beliefs, no matter what they are, my beliefs, they're all based on a dogmatic belief system that can't be proved or never will be able to prove while we're in these human bodies. And I believe as part of my belief system that there's a reason for that, that we need this in order to keep expanding and growing. So the idea is being more and more comfortable in the unknown and letting the uncomfortableness come up to rise to this place. And I say unknown, but again, if you operate with, to me, the key practice of practicing awareness, presence, and positive intention, and that's just kind of bringing yourself back. You can do that various kinds of ways. You can use mechanical tools or just saying it over and over again as what they call a mantra, or what we might look at as an affirmative word. But there's so many practices, and they'll say, well, do it this way, do it that way. You can start that way, but find your own that becomes uniquely yours. And it's important to find those things as soon as possible. When you do that, you start to really live the whole idea of a balanced truth within yourself. And one of the ways, again, that I believe, again, my belief system, my dogma, my religion, whatever you want to call it, which could be wrong. That's why, again, I always emphasize, look for yourself. And be cautious of those who goes, this is it. This is what the soul is. This is what life is. No. We don't know. And learning to become uncomfortable in that unknown will avoid us from continuing to create or tap into idols, is what we do. The idols, we kind of keep tapping into those. We've done it for centuries. I've said this before, from the beginning of time, because we can't trust that thing inside of us because of the fears that are trapped in there to all of us to some degree. And some of those fears are necessary. That's why this may get complicated in understanding, because we need them to get out of them. And we will always have some of them to some degree. But if we're growing in a better way, we'll see these fears decrease quickly. And we'll see our strengths happening easily. And when you hear these guys saying, oh yeah, I've been meditating for 40 years and that's why I am where I am today. There's a lot of us who ain't got that kind of time. So don't buy into that. It's not true. You don't need that. You can change and need to change sooner. And I believe the better way to do that is to get away from all those other kinds of things that are trying to tell you you have to do it this way, and find your own true voice. Now, my belief system, I'm sorry if I'm adding in another dogma, but my belief system, again, is the simplicity of using whatever meditation tool you can to bring you here as quickly as possible. Once you're here, you kind of are aware of it. Is it perfect all the time? No, but you're more and more aware of it. And this happened to me, I was saying before, with all the things that I've been doing. This happened to me more readily within the past 3 years or so. when I got rid of all the other stuff and I just started trusting what I've always had. I've always had this spirit, this guide, this God, and I call God her. Uh-oh, that's really going to push some people's buttons who are maybe fundamentally motivated, um, because we've said, him too much. And if we look at the writings, all of the ancient writings were written by men for the most part, not by women. I think it would have been different if it was written by women. That's my belief system. But again, it's learning to say to yourself in the beginning can be, okay, am I aware? You can ask yourself that question. Am I aware? Am I present with that awareness? Do I have a positive intention with this? And I say yes, even in the midst of me going through right now in this live presentation, one of the most overwhelming times in my life with so many material things just kind of falling and collapsing here. Oh, this is going wrong. This is going wrong. And yet I can sit here and say, I feel the stress in my body. And it's important to allow yourself to feel whatever's going on and bring that here. So the stress is less than it ever would have been. Several years ago, I would have done something much different. I would have done some addictive thing, or I would have hid it, or I would have buried it, or I would have said, oh no, I got to practice this kind of meditation and then I'll relax, or just ignore it or whatever. But that's not what it's all about. It's about being real with it all and realizing, this is very important, realizing that you're always going to have some degree of bad and ugly in your life. And the more you let those things come up to this place of what I call spacious awareness, you can call it being with God, the presence of God, being self-actualized, energy, whatever you want to call it, it's a real thing. And once you see that, however you want to perceive it, hold on to that. It may seem mechanical at times, but this is the reality. And the more you're holding on to this, the more real it becomes. And you can laugh a lot more in the midst of whatever you're going through. You can feel this comfort. But that stress is going to be there. It's always going to be there, but less. Don't let people give you the impression that, oh no, you should be stress-free. No. There needs to be a level of that. And in awareness, what that does is it creates within us, this is important too, I hope much of what I'm saying can resonate is important, but it's important to see that by living this way, we have more of a balance of feeling the good feelings of being in a state of peace and in love and giving, and also concern, because we're more aware of the tragic things that are going on in life at the same time by bringing it all up here in this aware moment. And then the words that come out, if they come from this place, are going to be more genuine. They're going to make more sense. They're going to resonate with other people as well as with yourself. And you're going to have a heart to give, to help this crazy world that we're involved in. It's not so great as people want to say, oh, it's a wonderful. No, it's not. There's too many horrendous things that are going on. Now, should we get morbid about it? No, we need to practice coming here and we feel that balance. And we're more motivated to make change because we're not sitting still again. Oh, I got to make sure that I get this done. I got to meditate and I got to feel that peace. I got to go to my yoga class. I got to make sure I eat enough kale today and do my smoothie and whatnot so that I can have a good day. No, it's not about that. It's about learning to be okay, good, happy, at peace with no matter where you are, what you're going. That's the goal, but the better, quicker, better way to get there than all the other things I believe that you've heard is a simplistic practice. Use your body first and foremost, your mind, what you have here in front of you, bringing thought, feeling. You can, some of the things that help with that I believe become more of a naturalistic thing, that just, it's a universal principle. You start to feel bringing things to your heart area maybe, or part of your body, and then releasing it. And that's the idea too, of letting this stuff come up. Therapy, the therapeutic practices have a lot of these kinds of principles of letting things come up from your past or whatever. Not that you should be looking at your past. I don't believe that. feeling wise. Let it all come up and meditate all the time. See, that's another thing about, I'm going to throw that out about what people believe about meditation. They believe it's supposed to be like, what, sitting still or bringing yourself. No, meditation should be a 24/7 thing. This idea of practicing, okay, am I aware? Am I present? Whatever. You can do that anywhere. Your mind wanders. The monkey chatter starts to happen. Oh, you look at the monkey chatter. Oh, there you are. You can be driving. You don't have to close your eyes or anything. Being aware of what's going on is the essence of knowing that you're in the better state of meditation. Feeling the sense of presence with awareness. If you're truly aware, you can't help but have the sense of presence and the positive intention that you feel within your being. Okay, I'm saying this. I hope it gets out to you. I want to say it again because my heart is to help other people. And I want you to see how I've transformed, or people will tell me this, in such a relatively short period of time, because that's what I want us all to do. The world needs to change. We're at a crossroads, and what's harming it more than anything is much, if not a majority, of the New Age kind of principles that's become the more dominant religion in spirituality. So please, please rise above that. Rise into yourself. Use some of those things as guides, yeah, but don't use too many of them, too much of it. Rely more on what you already have. Those other things can be important where you're going through something and you need to listen to something or review something that you've done before, or call somebody, or listen to a tape that you have in the past, or read a book, or read certain sections from it. That's fine, but don't rely too much on them. Let yourself go through what the process, whether it feels bad, whether it feels wonderful, whether it's horrible. And you'll be okay in the midst of it, and you'll rise above it much quicker. And your life will be the steady incline, I believe, as opposed to just here or like this, because that's what I believe it's supposed to be. If you have any questions, I don't know how this works as far as subscribing, but you can contact me. My email, which is ronfiggy@gmail.com, or you can look a little bit more on our websites. We have two websites. One is ronholisticcounselor.com, and that leads you into another site. So it may say something like the Holistic Energy Healing Institute, or our other site, which is primarily about us a little bit, but more so affiliate pages where we're trying to sell products because we want to make money too. It's okay to make money, but that affiliate site is called mindbodyspirithelp.com. You'll get some good spiritual information, some good products that can help you physically, your mind, body, and soul, books and things like that. So, I mean, primarily we're doing that to help, but we also want to make some money from it. So we're being honest about it. It is an affiliate program. So in closing, I'm just going to say mind, body, and soul, really important. Most important is the mind soul connection. Body should be third, actually. Maybe we think about, taking care of that too much. No, that's third. The most important thing is mind and soul and connecting those. But it is also essential that we take care of our bodies. But you'll be able to do it quicker. You'll be able to lose weight, gain weight, get a better shape, this and that, continue to be more efficient in what you're doing, be more financially successful if you do that primarily. Because how often has it happened or occurred that, I'm going to try this, and I couldn't finish it. I did a diet, and it didn't work over and over. I tried this and I tried that, it didn't work. And it's amazing how many people out there who consider themselves spiritual giants, but if you look at them physically, they don't look in such great shape. Again, I'm not bragging, but I'm 65 and I'm in the best shape of my life. Maybe I should do this real quick. And please, I don't mean this to be bragging, but you can't really see much. Maybe I'm not going to take my shirt off. I'm not going to be that crazy, but okay, just muscle mass wise and where I am physically, I'm 65. I've never been in this kind of shape before. And it's not because of me, what I've done necessarily. It is and it isn't. It's me because my personality is a part of it. It has to be. But it's the balanced connection of mind, body, and soul, or spirit, or whatever, energy, whatever you want to call it. And the more we do this, the better we will be overall, mind, body, and soul. I guess some of the body part, and this is again a part of um, insecurity part of the people pleasing that we all have. I didn't put my hair up or anything. I'm like not prepared. I just did this live. So I hope and I pray that this helps and that more of us can get together. Let's get together because that's what it's all about. Community, starting small in groups and just living this. We have a group that we do. If you want to know more about it, you can contact me and I'll give you more information about that also. I hope this wasn't too long, and I think I'm going to stop and I'm going to put this on YouTube. Bye-bye.